Man, I got a lot of things to upload. Okay, when I get my connection, when I pay my bill tomorrow. Um, this is Angelo Quinones, and I wanna talk briefly why I'm not giving money to Riza. Okay, I already spoke about the levels of love, and I do love Riza. Riza happens to be the mother of my two children, and we were married. We are married, for 6 years, and I'm trying to give her brotherly love, like in Christ Jesus. You understand what I'm saying? After that, the love that we had has been killed by her. Okay, by her activity and the lack of things. I don't want to get into them again because a lot of people heard them already. I think Atiana is like blue in the face already, you know. But I'm not really talking about Atiana. I'm reacting to a question that was posed to me by a woman in Atiana's office. Why don't you give her money? She happens to be your wife. I understand that, but this is the problem. Okay, and that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. I respect everybody in Atian's office because they're hardworking people. They're people who really, really, really helped me in one way or another during all of these years. And it seems like 10 years, but it's really been like, I don't know, 3 years since I've been there or something like that. I mean, I've been here for 6 years in the Philippines, and I think like half of those years have been in Atian's office. I think that's like my second home or something like that. You understand what I'm saying? It's not my mother-in-law's home. That's my second home. I think the second home is Atian's office. It feels like that anyway. You know what I mean? Because they're so friendly also. They're so friendly. They're so genuine. And when they have to be hard, they're hard. Atian is tough when she needs to be tough, and loving when she needs to be loving. You understand what I'm saying? But this is my answer to that. And I'll give you an example of her own thing that she did. One day, I don't know if it was when I got a loan or just when I just got my regular money, Rita asked me, excuse me, because I'm just very tired. I'm exhausted. Rita asked me for 5,000 peso to help her brother-in-law go through seaman training. Okay, I gave it to her, and it was a lie. It was a lie. It was a flat-out lie. I hope that the women are listening to this at the office. I pray that they'll listen to it. I'm gonna link it to Atian's messenger so that way she could share it with the girls over there. Maybe they could look at it at the office when they have time, and whatever the case may be. It's gonna be a clean message, No foul language, no Angelo being mad. Let's say it. Because Rita could get you uptight. She asked me for 5,000. You know what's 5,000? Out of what I receive from Atian, what's left over? I received like 60,000. Okay, or at least I'm gonna be receiving that this year. I receive very close to that, and some the fees and stuff like that, or whatever the case may be, like that. But I receive like clean, like if I really wanted it, like 53 or 54. Sometimes I leave 1 or 2,000 peso in the whatever it is, Okay, I pay Atian through the nose. So what's left over is very little because I pay Atian so much. So 5,000 is a very steep price to pay somebody. That's big. That's a lot. The percentage of what I get from Atian, what's left over, that's a big cut. That's a big piece of the pie. You understand what I mean? All right. So she asked for that, but the thing is, I found out from Romanito's wife, the supposed Siemens, that he needed 5,000 and he didn't. Kathy told me, and Kathy, I trust Kathy. I trust Kathy with the lives of my kids. I trust Kathy with my life. I trust Kathy impeccably. We have a lot of things in common. I love Kathy because she has supported me and my daughter. She went to the hospital with me and Riza and my mother-in-law to bring Ana Devane to the hospital 3 years ago, something like that, excuse me. when Devane was 2 years old. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. And we needed an MRI. She was with me. I mean, she does she did so many things for my babies, especially Anna, that I owe her my life. I owe her my best. I owe her to make her house next to my house because I want her near me with her husband. So when I die one day, they could take care of Anna Devane. You understand what I'm saying? That's just all there is to it. So when she tells me that what Riza told you is a lie, Romanito did not ask Riza or anyone for 5,000 pesos to go to seaman training, you have your answer right there. It's not that I'm a bad husband. It's not that I don't want to help Riza. But Riza, I never knew Riza was like that. I don't know if she became like that during our marriage or she was always like that. But Riza has become someone that I have not known, that I didn't know about. If Riza was like that before I came to the Philippines, I wouldn't even be here. The children won't even be born of her anyway. You wouldn't even know me because I would not come for a person like that. There is no way in God's earth, green earth, blue, brown, white, beautiful globe of an earth that he created. You know, you could see the different colors from space. You know what I'm saying? I would have never came for somebody like that. If I knew that, if this was manifested before I came to the Philippines, how Riza really was or was going to turn out. Because sometimes when you marry somebody or when you're the boyfriend of somebody, you know what I'm saying? The true colors come out later. That's why I'm glad that I'm a loudmouth now, so everybody knows who I am. There's no surprises. Everybody, oh, Angelo's like that. Okay, well, I mean, if he's gonna be like that, that means he's gonna be like that with me. There's no surprises. So just be careful with the quiet type because you don't know what the hell they're thinking about. You know? It's not that I don't want to give Riza money. A lot of people don't know, and but Atian knows. All the girls don't know in their office because they have their own boyfriends, they have their own or husbands, or they have their own children, they have their own life. So when I'm picking up my money, and they say, well, what about Riza? But yeah, what about her? I gave her full control of my money for about 3 years, and she was awful as a steward of my hard-working money. I told somebody in the office that my first job was 1983, and I was in my school. Okay, in 1983, at the age of 17, I worked, or at the age of 18, something like that. I can't remember if it was after July 14th or just after June, and just my 17th birthday. It was the same year that my father died. I began to work for the first time in my life. Okay, it was a summer job. But it was a job that counted for points for me to get what I get, and I get what I get because of my eyes and because of my work experience, and not only my work experience, but the kind of pay you make goes a lot into the benefit. So if I received a very good salary, that counts for the 40 points that I need to get what I get. What I get is not another benefit that you can't even come to the Philippines. What I get is a benefit that you can go anywhere except for a hostile country like maybe, the ones that we have in our mind that are not so good, not so friendly to the United States. I can't live there with my check. But I can live in any friendly country, any allied country of the United States of America. You understand what I'm saying? But I gave her full control of my money, full power, full autonomy, and she blew it. Instead of getting things for the baby, going all out, she will get just a little bit. And then we will have to borrow from either my brother or one of my best friends in the whole world, Denise, or, her brothers, and we will have to be dependent on people, and we will not have enough milk for the baby or Pampers for the baby or whatever the case may be, that's not the way I work. How I like to do things is I like to buy Pampers for the whole month. Now, sometimes we run out. Sometimes, I'm not anticipating how much, the babies are gonna poo. So I might run out by 5 or something like that, a day short, or 2 days short, or something like that. And I try to compensate, by even more the following month because of what happened the previous month that it ran out beforehand. So instead of buying, wipes that are not really that great, I'll buy greater wipes in the month following if I ran out of wipes, before time. So I try to fix my mistakes because I'm not perfect either. But I try to buy milk for the whole month, and that has been great. Pampers for the whole month, and that's been really good. Wipes for the whole month, and that's been very good. Okay. I mean, there's still wipes there that from last month, so it lasted all the way through. Medicine, vitamins, it lasted. Anna has her medicine, and the babies have their vitamin. It lasted for the whole month. You understand what I mean? So I try to do the best I can with the money that I get, and Riza has not shown full responsibility, okay, or responsibility enough to control my money, to continue. So I took the power away from her to control my money. I said, no, I want to control my money because I think I could do better, and I have done better in my life with my own money. This is my money. This is not her money. My money. It's not her money. She didn't work from 1982. She wasn't even born yet. She was born in 1986. I started working in 1983. 3 full years before she was born, I started working. Before she was born. Remember, I'm 21 years older than Riza. 21 years older. So before she was born, 3 years before she was born, I already was working. And the year that she was born, let's skip to the years that she was born. Okay, I had 2 jobs. In a bus company for kids, school bus company, and sewing, in a sewing shop. Okay, making towels and making hospital sheets and all that other mumbo jumbo. You understand what I'm saying? And it wasn't a good job. It was piecework. Depending on how many towels you made and how many hospital sheets you sold, that's the money you took home. After 1 week or 2 weeks. You understand what I'm saying? But at least I worked. And the jobs got better and better. I got a security guard job. I got a tour job. I got an insurance company job. I worked in a refugee department and Catholic Charities, entertainment services, and on and on and on and on it goes. I mean, I had a lot of jobs. Some great, some not so great. But I worked. I worked my butt off. And it doesn't matter, like, if you were blind and working in the United States or America. If you want to work, you work. It's not like over here that somebody's blind and they can't find a job in certain places. It's not like that. If you want to work, you work, because there's opportunity for everybody. We have to work as double hard in an interview, double hard in the job, but the equipment is there from the government. The computers are there for us to use, special machines, special devices for us to get the job done in almost any field, just like anybody else. You understand what I'm saying? That's just a deal. Riza blew it. Okay? I gave her every opportunity to control my money, to do something with it, to be responsible, and she blew it. That's just all there's to it. She can't complain. Bitch whining complain. One loan gave me, one time, Atian gave me $51,000. Do you know that I gave $35,000 of those $51,000 to her so she could be a loaner? So she could be a loaner. I bought her a car. I made her a house. I mean, we're still building it, but if I really wanted to stay here, this would have been built already. But I don't know if I want to be here. That's why my heart is not in the house. Maybe, if I go all the way without asking Atian for a loan, I go all the way to next December, having a loan this December, go all the way next December, finish the loan and get my $350,000 or $250,000 or whatever it is, then I can fix this house if the property dispute is settled, and I don't know, or maybe just buy a house and get the hell out of Don Pedro altogether. God willing, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But this house would have been completed already with cement and windows and stuff like that if I really wanted to. but my heart is not in it. It's just not. And if it is, then it'll be built for Sean Donnelly, my son, and Anna Devane. You understand what I'm saying? But that's not really on my mind now because that's way. I mean, it's December now. I have to wait to December of next year, 2025, to get that done if I want to do that. But I'm not talking about that now. I'm talking about, and that's a good question. That's okay. I mean, the girl didn't offend me. The woman didn't offend me. She didn't offend me. I love those people. I don't know them as well as Atiana. I mean, I don't really know Atiana too well, but I know her well enough to say that I know her better than everybody in the office because I don't really talk to, I don't, you know what I mean? I don't, it's not like I talk to Atiana or anything like that, but, I bother her more, okay? Is that what I'm saying? It's just like, she's the head of that office, so that's the one you're going to know more because everybody is, on their computers and they're working and doing their thing and blah, 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 so that's the one that stands out. Atiana's personality stands out in the office because she's in charge. You have to go through her to get things done. You understand what I'm saying? And she either is going to say no or yes or whatever the case may be. She's in charge there. At least that's what I think anyway, right? So, and also she happened to be a very close friend of Riza, okay, in the past or whatever the case may be, or I don't know how that relationship was, but that's the deal. You understand what I'm saying? But it didn't offend me the woman's inquiry, like, Angelo, but she's your wife. Yeah, I know that, but because she's my wife, it hurts more what I have to do to say no, Riza, you're not in control of my money anymore. And when I get a loan, you're not going to get a lot of money. If anything at all, you're not going to get a lot of money. You're not. Those days are over. The days are over that I used to put everything in her hand. Atiana saw me. All those times that I put the money in her hand. And when I didn't put the money in her hand, I put it in a good pouch. I said, hon, I'm going to give you the money later. I just want to put it in this pocket because it's better than your pocketbook. And then I will give it to her later. Thousands upon thousands upon thousands of pesos I have given that woman in 6 years of my life. Not really 6 years because I can't count this year and maybe last year, but like the first 4 or 3 years, and the first 3 or 4 years that I have been here in the Philippines, I gave thousands upon hundreds of thousands of pesos to that woman. Hundreds of thousands. Hundreds. It's not even an issue how much money I gave. And not only that, you have to understand that before I came to the Philippines, you know how many Western Unions I sent Riza from February of 2018 to October of 2018? That's when I came, October the 28th, I landed over here. Okay, in the Philippines, you understand what I'm saying? But there was only 1 month that I didn't give during, February through October. June. You know why? Because I had to buy the plane tickets. I had to buy the plane tickets, so I couldn't afford to give. I said, sweetheart, you know something? I can't give you anything this month. I can't send you Western Union. Why? Because, I got to buy the plane tickets. And I bought plane tickets, I think, for $610 or something just ridiculous, because it was China Eastern Airline, very cheap, prices, very cheap seats. But I mean, I got here in one piece. It hurt like hell. They had to take me out in a wheelchair because I had a problem at that time with my knee. And the 15th hour of the plane flight, my knee broke up and it swelled up and I couldn't walk. And they had to wheelchair me out of the plane. I was the last one out of the airplane because the airport is so huge. It's like walking the whole entire Bogo. It's like walking from the whole entire Bogo. It's like walking from Atiana's office all the way to maybe where she lives. That's how big that airport is. Maybe that's a little bit hyperbole, but or maybe halfway or something like that. It has to be like halfway, something like that. Or maybe a quarter of the way, or maybe it's a large portion from where Atiana has her office to where I live. That's how big that airport was. It was tremendous. Maybe not like that. Maybe a quarter of the way or 20% of the way or something like that, but it's still big. It's huge. It's massive. And I had to go through the pain of staying 15 hours in China with that knee swollen up. And thank God I fell asleep. I had so much pain, and I don't know when it just got better before I took the second airplane to Riza's house. The second airplane was okay. The swelling gave up on me. I mean, left. It's just like a miracle of God. I mean, I was so bad. I could not walk. They took me out in a wheelchair. That's why I get mad at Riza, because of what I went through to come here. Okay, was amazing. You understand what I'm saying? What I did to come here was absolutely amazing. As a legally blind person, that's what you call me in the United States. Legally blind. I'm a legally blind person. Legally, because my eyesight, okay, is to a certain point that you call me legally blind, that I cannot see certain things without glasses and telescopes and magnifying glasses, so they call me legally blind. Legally, not that I'm blind, but it's legally blind, that I can get all the assistance of the United States of America because I'm legally blind. I qualify to get any single assistance that I can as a legally blind person. That's why they classify us like that. So we'll definitely get the help that we need over there. The Commission for the Blind will help us find us a job, blah, 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 whatever the case may be. You understand what I'm saying? But I gave Riza, so I bought her a car. And we had to stop the payments because we just couldn't keep up. But we had a car for 1 year. When nobody can travel during COVID, I was the only one letting people use my car to go to the hospital, to go to the supermarket, to go to the beach, to go to the mall, to go to Cebu, to go to 6 hours from here that I don't even know where it was, or where one of my brother lives. 6 hours. We took the car everywhere during the pandemic, before the pandemic, a little bit after the pandemic. You understand what I'm saying? Everywhere we took that car. I mean, to the amusement park, or to Rainbow Forest, or whatever that thing is called. I mean, it's just restaurants galore, everywhere. That's why I have my conscience clean, because I helped so many people here in the Philippines. I was the only one receiving money from my check when nobody could work, either as a seaman. Even an international seaman was out of a job during the pandemic. I was the only one helping this family out. Everybody was out of a job. Papa was out of a job. Ruchi was out of a job, her sister. Noel, our brother-in-law, he couldn't drive a taxi during the pandemic. The international seamen, they didn't have a job because the ports were closed. And Romel and Romanito and Risker was not working. But even though they will be out of the job as well. You could even take a tricycle. Everything was shut down, but except for my money, it was the only thing that was consistently coming in, because even though you go through hell, or like something can happen that's just incredibly bad, a storm, a crisis, an attack or something, I still get my money. And I was the only one getting money in this family, helping out everybody. You understand what I'm saying? So I have my conscience clean. Because I have helped this family tremendously. Go to hospitals, pay for things. Do you think that they deserve the food that I bought today? I bought them 3,000 peso or 4,000 peso of Jollibee or whatever it was. I think it was like 3,000 that I spent on food. For me also, and but for Riza, for the kids, for my mama, my papa, they don't deserve anything, nothing, except for the kids. The kids have not done anything wrong. They deserve it, but nobody has deserved nothing this year. Nothing. For the vicious, not violent though, the vicious, suspicious, you grievous activity of this family toward me. Vile. Not thanking me. this, that, accusing me, talking behind my back, cheating on me, or whatever the case may be. Accusing me. And I still gave them food today to show them that there's a better way of Christianity. Have I been perfect? Hell no. But there's one thing I'm not going to stand for is when you abuse the privilege that I give you. The privilege that I give you in spending my money correctly. And she didn't do it. She mishandled my money. You understand what I'm saying? And not only her attitude is so bad. It's not that she only mishandled my money. No. I can't trust her because she cheated on me. She stole from me. We don't have any communication. There's no love. So I cannot give somebody my money when you treat me like that. When you disrespect me, when you cheat on me, when you lie to me, when you take my cell phone without me knowing, sell it to a pawn shop to get money. The thing is unthinkable. It's so wrong. That's what Kathy said, what Risa did the other day. And taking my cell phone and selling it. Like if a cell phone is missing from the office of Atian, and they asked me, Angelo, did you see our cell phone? Yes, I saw it. Well, what happened? I took it and I sold it to a pawn shop for 2,000 pesos. What would you think about me? Well, you would never trust me ever again. You would never ever trust me again if I did that. That's how I feel, and it's even worse because your own spouse did it against you. And while things were getting better and improving and stuff, because that's how it is sometimes during the year, things improve and get better, she would do something so outrageous to put everything back to square one yet again. And damage everything that has been repaired, at least a little bit, by Band-Aids and spit and glue. You understand what I'm saying? Not cement and iron and pitch. No, but everything has been, sometimes, fixed and broken and fixed again and broken and fixed and broken to such a degree that it cannot be repaired again. So you're asking me why I don't give money to Risa? I can't trust the woman. It's like, yeah, Angelo, I want you to stay in the office during our lunch hour, okay? But of course, you can't do certain things. You can't look in the desks. You can't get the money from the money box. You can't do this. You can't do that. You can't go to the office all the way there in the back. There's things that you can't do. If I'm trusted to stay there, it's to stay at my seat or to go to the bathroom and go back or get water or whatever, or just step out or whatever the case may be. I'm not supposed to go in people's desks and people's pocketbooks and people's skirts if they left their skirt there, like an overskirt or something like that, or a sweater or pocketbook. That's not for me to look, but that's how my wife does to me. She goes beyond what a spouse should do. A spouse just can't do whatever the hell they want to do. A spouse has to respect also. And I know a lot of people say, well, I take money from my spouse's pockets and stuff like that. But that's disrespectful, though. That's disrespectful. At least to me. You can't just go, and do whatever the hell you want with me because I'm a human being. So you can't just steal from me and think that everything's okay. You just can't cheat on me and think that everything is fine. You understand what I'm saying? There are rules to every relationship. You just can't break the rules. There are certain rules that you don't. There are certain parameters. There's certain boundaries that you don't cross, even with your spouse, that you have no right to trip over. There are certain things you just don't do. You don't do it. You don't go to a police officer and for no reason at all just slap him in the face. Even if he's your brother. Even if he's your brother. If you have a brother who's a police officer, you just don't go to him and give him a big slap for no reason at all. If it was me, if you're my brother, I'll arrest you right there. I'll arrest you right there so you'll never do that again in your damn life. If I'm an officer of the law and you're my brother I'm talking about, I might let my mother get away with it, but I'm talking about a brother. or a sister, you're going to come to me and slap the living hell out of me? You understand what I'm saying? And you expect me just as a police officer to do nothing? You're lucky your ass won't be in jail. There are certain things you don't do. You don't commit. There are certain rules and boundaries you just don't cross. There are limitations, man. Even though we have a relationship with our spouses and stuff like that, we just can't go beyond the line. You don't go over the line. You see what I'm saying? I can't just go to Atian and spit in her face. There's certain things. Even if Atian does something to me, I just can't go over there. Oh, Atian. You just can't do that. You can't. There's certain things you can't do. You can't go to one of the ladies in Atian's office, open up her desk in front of her, and throw everything down on the floor. Oh, no, I this is Atian's office, I got a good relationship with you guys, so I could just take your desk, I could or take your computer from your desk and throw it on the floor for no reason at all. You just can't do certain things. So just because my wife thinks that she could do certain things, it doesn't give her the right to do them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's not right. It's not proper. It's not proper protocol. It's you're talking about, ethics. There's certain things you don't do. You understand what I'm saying? Even a boss of Atian can't go in the office and slap her in the face for no reason at all, even though he's the boss. He can't do that. There's certain things you can't do to people. I don't give a damn who they are. You understand what I'm saying? You just don't do it. If Atian is eating, even though we have a nice relationship, a cordial relationship, I'm not supposed to be taking her spoon, put some food on the spoon, and put it in my mouth and put it back on her plate, and she's right there. You just can't do certain things like that. Maybe her son could do that, but I can't do that. You understand what I'm saying? And then her son can't go to the bathroom in her plate. Even her son can't do that. There's certain things that he can't do. You understand what I'm saying? Now, that's outrageous. I mean, you're gonna pee on her plate. I mean, but I'm just saying. I'm thinking of something that a son can't do. That's not proper to do. He can't pee on her plate. He can't do poo. Because there's limits to every single relationship. There are limits. There are no limits of making love to your spouse. Almost no limit. There are certain things that are not proper to do, even in making love. I understand that. Because it's not clean to do. You're not going to get into it. You know what I'm saying? Okay? You can think of what I'm thinking about, but I'm not going to get into it. I mean, that's your problem. You know what I'm saying? But there are certain limits. There are limitations. And see, the problem is with Riza that she doesn't understand that she just can't do whatever the hell she wants to do in my house and with me and with my kids or whatever the case may be. There are freaking limitations, man. And you can't cross. And when you do cross them, don't expect me to trust your fat rear end ever again. So when you tell me, Angelo, can you give me permission to have sex with my boyfriend tonight? And that's what she told me. Well, how the hell am I ever going to trust your ass again? How? I don't care if it was funny. I don't care if it was a joke. That's your problem if you're thinking that. You see, I slept with the woman. I know what makes Riza tick. And what makes her tick is money. Money is what makes her world go around. As long as you give her money, she's happy with you. And when you stop giving it, she's not the same. Case in point. One day I said to her, and this was like 4 years ago, you know something, I'm going to stop giving my money to you. And she said, well, I want to go back to mama. Well, there you go. So our relationship was based upon, me giving to her. And when I stop giving, she's not going to be the same. And she hasn't been the same since. She hasn't been the same since I took the autonomy away from her. Yeah, there's been nice times and stuff like that. And we had another child. And actually, we had another child because of me, not because of her. She didn't want another child. she was tricking me every time we made love and not having a child. And I found out the trick, and I made sure that she conceived. You understand what I'm saying? That's why Sean was born. Sean was born because of me, not because of Miss Tapaya. You understand what I'm saying? Anna, yes, but Sean, no. She wanted Anna. She even said thank you. She even said thank you when she conceived. I don't know why. She said thank you. I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe you know. I don't. To the life of me, I don't understand why on February the 2nd or February of the 8th of 2019, when we finished making love, she said thank you. I don't know. I know this, that this woman has been very, very detrimental to my Christianity, very dangerous to me in the Philippines, very unloving, very unkind, very zealous, very dangerous, and on it goes. And she has such a cute little face, doesn't she, though? And that's what everybody sees at the job over there and at the office, but they don't see what I see on a 24-hour-a-day basis. That's the problem. You see the outward Riza appearance. I see the outward and the inner person that I have been with for 6 freaking long years. And now she doesn't come here no more. She came here to put some stuff that I bought over here and take the other stuff home and stuff like that, because I bought her some stuff, and like slippers or whatever the case may be, and the girl bought slippers, Megan, my niece-in-law, and we bought some things for Sean and Anna, and since Sean is with her, those things go over there, and Anna's with me, so those things stay here. That's all. But she don't come here no more, because see, she thought that she could push me around. But the problem is she married an American citizen that's not used to getting pushed around. That's the problem. Even a blind one. See, we're not used to that stuff. We're not used to people pushing us around in the United States. We're a superpower. We're the greatest country in the world. By far. It's not even close. Not because all the races are there, basically. All, Filipinos and Russians and Germans and Spanish people, and it's a melting pot. But we get so much stuff done, and we help so many countries, and we have helped, and blah, 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 and we invented things, and we done things, and we went to the moon and back, and this and that, the inventions, the cell phone, the computer, the this, the that, the telephone, the radio, all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? We don't get pushed around by nobody. We're not intimidated by nobody. That's just all there's to it. See, Riza's not going to intimidate me. Her mother is not going to intimidate me. See, her mother is used to intimidating people, getting her way. She's the boss of everybody, but not with me. You don't push me around just because I'm blind. You don't do it, because blind people are not used to being pushed over there. You understand what I'm saying? We're a very tough nation. So Riza can't do whatever the hell she wants to do with me. Expect for me to give her money. It doesn't work like that. Now, if you act okay, if you repent and act better, it's not gonna happen now. But if she would have just said, something, I'm sorry, Angelo, I messed up. Please give me another chance. Maybe I would have gave her another chance. I don't know. I don't know. The Bible says to forgive. You understand what I'm saying? So maybe I would have forgave her. I don't know. But she didn't do that. She didn't say, oh, I'm sorry, take me back. I'm sorry, it's my fault. I'm sorry, I didn't get enough stuff for the babies. I'm sorry, the food ran out. I'm sorry. Please forgive me, with tears and crying and all that. No, she has not been sorrowful unto repentance. You understand what I'm saying? She just gloated in her cleverness and try to trick me with her trickiness. You understand what I'm saying? And deceitfulness and lies and schemes and plans that are conspired by her and other people together and Don Pedro. And then they say, well, you should do this with Angelo and blah, blah. And then she does it. And then you can't live like that, though, man. You can't be like that. I'm not gonna go for it. I'm not gonna go for it. And I don't care if somebody likes it or not. I'm not here to kiss anybody's fanny. You understand what I'm saying? I'm here to get stuff done, especially when having 2 children. I have a great responsibility to feed these kids, to keep them alive, to keep them safe, to protect them, and whatever the case may be, man. I'm not here just for my wife anymore. I'm here for my kids. My wife wants everything for her for her damn schemes and goals and ambitions and desire. But her ambitions don't line up with my ambitions. That's the problem. And that's my fault because we're not compatible people. All the things that she hates, I like. All the things that I like, she hates, including television shows and music and radio shows and all these things. And it's just there's no compatibility at all. We don't have nothing in common, and that's my fault. I shouldn't have married somebody that has nothing in common with me at all. I love sports and she don't like sports. She likes certain music and I don't even like it. We can't talk about nothing that we like together. That cannot be the way it is the next time when I get married. I cannot marry somebody that has nothing in common with me, so there's nothing to talk about. It's nothing to talk about. So if the lady doesn't like baseball or my sports, basketball and stuff like that, or even my movies and the things that I like and blah, 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 or maybe just she doesn't like going out and I like going out and we have nothing freaking in common. It's nothing to talk about, man. And her ambitions are not my ambitions. My desires are not her desires. She doesn't love God and I love God and I love the Bible and she doesn't. It can't be like that, man, anymore, man. I heard that Elvis Presley's daughter got married 4 freaking times. That's not for me. That's not for me. That's a joke. That's a joke. Some people got even married more than that, 6, 7 times or whatever the case may be. You understand what I'm saying? That's not me, man. That's not going to happen. The next marriage is going to be final. That's it for me. Final. If it doesn't work out, I'm gonna stay alone. I'm not gonna keep on, committing to these marriage vows every stinking time for about like 4 or 5 marriages. Sorry, I'm not from Hollywood. You understand what I'm saying? That's not me. But getting back, there is no way in God's hell that I was gonna be taken advantage of for long. Once I found out how Riza was, there's no way she was gonna take control of my money and keep it. There's no way. I don't care about her attitude. I don't care what people say. I don't care what people think. I don't care. Because, see, Riza didn't steal from you. She stole from me. Riza didn't lie to you. She lied to me so many times. So many times. She lied. And I don't deserve that. And since you do that, don't expect to get money from me. If you treat me badly, well, don't expect me to give you cash. It's not like that. You have to act good for me to pay you, man. You understand what I'm saying? That's not the deal. The deal is not that you do whatever the hell you want, and when there's payday, Angelo gotta pay your ass. That's not like that, though, man. You gotta understand. I work so hard for this money that Atian gives me. So much, and it goes very quickly. You know how much I spent today from the 48,000 peso that they gave me? 17,000 peso. And a lot of it went on food. And a lot of it went on clothes. And a lot of it went to pay back Mercy. To pay Mercy, Gaton. I have money there for a Shopee delivery that's coming. I have 4,000 plus peso over there. And then I got money for the water that I got to pay, 660 peso. And the people don't even know, oh, you don't give Riza anything? Yeah, but you don't see me giving gas all the time, buying gas, buying sugar. When they need rice, I give them rice. Not recently because they bought a big bag of rice. But when she asked me for rice, then I give the family rice. When I say, do you need water? Then I buy 3 gallons of water and make sure that they have water because they have my kids there also. So I got to be responsible in giving them, money for the water. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Second hour. You understand what I'm saying? So I got to be responsible and not only give them Pampers and wipes and stuff like that, but they drink a lot of milk. And how do you make the milk with water? So I got to pay 660 peso of water. But it's not like I don't help Riza with anything. I help her with water, I help her with gas, I help her with sugar, and all this other stuff. You understand what I'm saying? And sometimes I give them food and blah, blah, blah. And sometimes I buy them sodas and blah, blah, blah. That takes money. That's not free. You know what I'm saying? How much I paid my credit, the store that I have credit with? 6,400 peso. You know how much I pay Mercy? 2,300 plus peso. You know what I'm saying? That's not free. You know how much Shopee delivery is coming? Almost 5,000 peso Christmas presents for my beautiful kids and for myself, because Riza's not gonna give me that damn thing. Everybody said, "Oh, you don't give money to Riza. What does Riza give me to ending to close? What does Riza give me? Huh? The 2 shirts that she bought me today, I had to pay for. Is she gonna give me something for Christmas? Hell no. Did she give me something for my birthday? Hell no. But Angelo, you didn't give me nothing for my birthday. Yeah, because you act so damn bad. I'm not gonna give you something on your birthday. It's just like rewarding you for being bad. 2 years ago, I took her. I'm the only one that took Riza out for her birthday, like 2 years ago. I stopped doing it because she's so damn bad. But like 2 or 3 years ago, I think I bought her food. I took her to the beach. We had a little party there and stuff like that. A birthday gift. And sometimes when I buy her a cake for like they say Mother's Day or something like that, she looks at it and she says, Jesus. Then not even thanking me. Not even thanking me. And you want me to give her money and stuff like that? You at the office? And she doesn't even thank me when I give it. She doesn't even thank me sometimes when she eats the food in Jollibee today. Didn't even thank me one time. Not one time. I had to say, "Oh, you're welcome," like sarcastically. Sarcastically, you know what I'm saying? Sarcastically, I should say. Good God. Getting my English in the Philippines. You understand what I'm saying? It's just like saying, God, you don't say thank you? And then she says thank you. Oh, thank you. She's so unthankful also. She's so unthankful, so ungrateful. I mean, I'm not saying she doesn't have her good points and stuff like that or whatever. I mean, though you have to look hard to see those good points. But they're not enough. Just looking nice, just because your face looks nice doesn't mean you're nice and treat people good. Get with it, people. You understand what I'm saying? Don't judge a book by its cover. That's what we say in America. You understand what I'm saying? That's just the deal. And the deal is all across the board. I mean, I gave her an opportunity to make money. I set up 2 stores for her. One in her mother's house. Okay, a chicken store where, you turn to the left to go to Bogo, well, you turn to the right to the other side, and then Riza had a chicken place over there. Then she used to cook chicken, and I used to pay for that. We had several stores. We had a store in this house, and we had a store in Mama's house. We had 3 stores in 6 years, and she couldn't keep up with it. I tried to tremendously help Riza with things, but she couldn't either keep up with it. She was stopped. She didn't follow through. Blah 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 blah. I mean, I bought her a car. I made her a house. I made her into a loaner for a little while and stuff like that. She messed up on all of these things. She messed up. So you want me to keep on giving money to Riza for what? I got things to do, man. You understand what I'm saying? I have things to do, man. I have a house to build. I have kids to feed. I have kids to put clothes on their backs. You understand what I'm saying? I got to pay for Sean's education and make a bank account for his education and his training or whatever the case may be. Man, I got things to do for my kids, man. Because nobody ain't gonna give them a damn thing. Nobody's gonna give Sean anything for Christmas probably. Who knows? Maybe he'll get something. I don't know. But I'm not gonna wait around for it. There's birthdays that my babies don't get nothing from nobody if I don't give. They can't be held to pay for something that they didn't do. Riza is the one who messed up, so she has to pay for her transgressions and for her crimes. You understand what I'm saying? So don't say that oh, well, what about Riza? She's your wife. Yeah, I know that better than you. I know that better than you. But the problem is, even though she's my wife, it doesn't mean I have to give her a damn thing. Because we're separated now. You have to understand that. What I give her is for the kids. Okay, fine. I give her money for milk. I buy the milk anyway, so take that back. I give her money for the food of Anna. I give her money for medicine or whatever the case may be. I give her money, but not for her. Not for her. That's over with. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not giving it no more because he's mine. It's not nobody else's. You understand what I mean? That's just all there is to it. So I'm gonna go now. I have to, Okay. Let me see. Wait for a second. I have to really go. You know. I think I explained my point already. I mean, listen, you can do whatever the hell you want to do with your family, your friends. If you want to give money to people who are bad to you, that's up to you. But see, I don't reward unfaithfulness. I don't reward bad behavior. I don't reward, somebody who probably slept with somebody else and this and that and cheated on me and and she doesn't even love me anymore. So why should I give her anything? We're separate. You see, we're separated. We're separated. I have that on my Facebook, man. I'm separated from Reza right now. She's living in one place, and I'm living in another. You understand what I'm saying? We're separated people, not legally, but we're already separated. She doesn't live here anymore. I don't want her to live here anymore. She doesn't love me. I don't love her the same way. No, not the same way. That's dead already, man. It's dead and buried. That relationship that we had, and somebody asked me, "What about your anniversary, Ange?" We're not gonna celebrate it. There's nothing to celebrate. There's nothing to celebrate. It's like having Engineers Day for engineers that are bad. It's like if people have a habit of making bridges that fall all the time, you're gonna have Engineers Day? Why? For what? You're not gonna have Engineers Day for people whose bridges fall down all the time. For what are you gonna have Engineers Day? So what we're gonna have an anniversary celebration for a marriage that it didn't last, it didn't work. The thing is unthinkable. There's no way I'm gonna even say happy anniversary to her, because to me that's not a happy anniversary. We need laughs like that. There's nothing joyful to. There's nothing. The only thing joyful about our marriage is that our kids are alive and well. That's all. After that, there's nothing to celebrate. There's nothing to celebrate at all. There's nothing. What, celebrate the heartache that she has given me in cheating on me, in accusing me, in stealing from me, in dishonoring me, and our marriage? Come on, man. You gotta be joking, though, man. I mean, if you want to do that, that's up to you. Go ahead. If you want to reward unfaithfulness and all this stuff and stick with it, that's up to you. But I'm not going to stick with it, though. I don't have to. And I don't have to give my hard-earned money to a woman who doesn't know how to handle money. I mean, the thing is unthinkable. It's like, I don't know what it is. It's like throwing the lambs to the wolves. I mean, it just don't make any sense, though, man. But anyway, I'm getting tired. I'm really getting tired, and I have to go. This is Angelo Quinones. I hope you understand my point of view. I don't know how else to stress it. She has been totally irresponsible in our marriage, in and out, up and down, roundabout, sideways, upside down, crooked. It doesn't make a difference. She has been such a bad wife. It's not even funny. It's not even funny. I mean, responsible to the core. And me, I don't have to take it anymore. You have to understand that we're separated. And since we're separated, I'm not responsible to pay all her bills. I'm not responsible to feed her anymore, even though sometimes I feed her. When I get money, I fed her today. With her being unthankful, right at the table in Jollibee. You think she said thank you? Thank you, my husband, for giving me such a beautiful meal, for buying me such a beautiful meal. You think she said that? Hell no, man. See, that's just the problem. That I know Reza better than you. That's all. But that's no surprise. It's no surprise. I of course I know her better. I know her better than anyone. I know her intimately. You understand what I'm saying? I do. I had 2 children through the person. I know what makes her tick, and see what floats her boat and what makes her tick. It doesn't make me tick, because see, I'm not hungry for money. I'm not hungry for money. I need money to survive, to buy things for my kids, to buy things for myself, food and drink and stuff like that, and clothing and shelter. Okay, fine. But to have money as an ambition, as a desire in life, that's the end all be all. No, because we can't take it with us when we die. That's the problem. To live like that, just for that, stinks in the eyes of God. It's an insult in the eyes of God. You understand what I'm saying? That's just all there is to it. I hope that answers your question. And I hope that you understand, okay, how it feels for someone that you gave everything to, that you gave your life to, that you left everything behind for, that you traveled 2 airplane flights, one that was 15 hours, another one that was, I don't know, 4 hours or whatever it was, and a car trip that was like 3 hours long just to go to her house. Man, come on, man. It's just too much sacrifice. And I did it. I did it. But does she appreciate it? Does she really appreciate it? The problem is that Risa Topaia Quinones never appreciated a damn thing I ever did for her or for her family in her damn life. And that is the gospel truth. Thank you.